Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, I want to look at the final of the 2022 Women's World Cup, slated to start in New Zealand, 1 p.m. New Zealand time tomorrow, which is 8 p.m. Jamaica time this evening, 9 p.m. in the Eastern Caribbean, 1 a.m. tomorrow morning in the UK. Now, the two finalists are defending champion England, who have won the trophy on 4 occasions, who were the first holder of the trophy in 1973. They were the first team to win the trophy in 1973, and Australia, who are the overwhelming favorite, who were my choice to win the tournament before the start of the World Cup, and are six-time champion and have a very, very strong batting lineup, very good bowlers. And in my opinion, the bowler of the tournament, Alana King, although 11 wickets, when you compare 11 wickets to the 21 taken by Sophia Ecclestone of England, and know that Ecclestone have risen to the number one spot in the world. But I still think Alana King will be a trump card for Australia in tonight's match. Tomorrow, Sunday, New Zealand time, but tonight, Jamaica, Caribbean time, and America time. Now, Australia have a very, very strong batting lineup, led by Meg Lanning. They have Alicia Ely, Elise Perry, who is fit. She has passed the fitness test and will play in the match, will play in the final. Yes, Elise Perry has passed the fitness test and will play in the finals. Meg Lanning, Elise Perry, Alicia Ely, Ash Gardner, Taylor McGrath represent a very, very, very strong and powerful and deep batting lineup. And you had to that people like Beth Mooney, even Alana King herself, Megan Schutz, and Yuansu. Yes, Yuansu, Jess Yuansu. All of these girls can hit the ball a far away. And it's a very aggressive and deep Australia batting lineup. And one can see why they are the favorite. England, who lost their first three matches to Australia, South Africa, and the West Indies, have recovered nicely. They have beaten India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and New Zealand, recovered nicely and are heading in the right direction. And the team seems to be peaking at the right time. Now, there were a number of challenges in the England team, especially the relationship between Catherine Brunt and Nat Seifer was said to be affecting especially the junior members of the team because of the open display of affection. So we understand that, and the beating that they got in the Ashes. In fact, leading into this match, Australia have won the last 5 ODI that they have played against England, starting back in July 2019, and the 3 Ashes matches that they played in early February in Australia, and the match that they played last month against Australia, their first match in the World Cup, where Australia made 310. England replied with 298 after a brilliant century by Nat Seifer. But the last 5 ODI against both teams, Australia have won those, and we can see why Australia is the overwhelming favorite. But don't be surprised, as I said, that England seem to be peaking at the right time. They have the world number 1 bowler in Sophia Ecclestone. They have a very, very good batswoman in Dunkley. Dunkley, as a lady of color, she seemed a real top class quality. People like Nat Seifer is a proven performance. Tammy Beaumont at the top of the order, she's also a proven performer. And I think that 1 year ago, if you had asked me who's the best batswoman in the world, I would have said Heather Knight. Heather Knight is a real classic, good, authentic batswoman. And although she have not light up this World Cup, it could be the final. She could be waiting on the finals to come good. So with Tammy Beaumont, Knight, White, what the girl, Whitecliffe, Wyatt, the young lady who got the century in the semifinals against South Africa. You know, Wyatt, you have Tammy Beaumont and Wyatt to start the innings. Then you have Eda Knight, you have Dunkley, you have Nat Seaver. It's not such a bad batting lineup, and they can get runs, albeit they have lost the last 5 ODIs against Australia, their last 5 ODIs, but they did make 298 in that opening match in response to 310. And so it appears that they have overcome the shock and the despondency of the Ashes and are now ready for this final push. And it would not be a shock to me if England were to win the finals. It would not be a shock. But as I said at the start of the tournament, I betted on Australia to win. I picked Australia to win, and I expected Australia to go on and win. But England do have the tool in Charlie Dean's the half spinner. She's bowling very well. And Ecclestone is now the number one. The left-arm spinner is now the number one bowler in women cricket in ODI. All that said, but when you look at this Australia batting lineup, Alicia Perry, Alicia Ely, Elise Perry, Meg Lanning, Beth Rooney, Taylor McGrath, Ash Gardner, there are some powerful hitters of the ball. These ladies can bat. My view on it is that the first 5 to 10 overs will determine whether this game is competitive. If Australia get away from England in those 5 to 10 overs, I think it's going to lick the spirit out of the English team, out of the English women. I think their morale is high, but it is very brittle. And if Australia get away to a good score in those first 5 to 10 overs, then I expect that the match will be it will be a walk in the park for Australia if they get away. Whether they bat first or bowl first, if they win those 5 to 10 overs, England is going to just wither away. And after that, it will be a canter. It will be a canter for Australia. Know that when racers canter, they are not at a full gallop. Yes, Australia will not need to get into a full gallop to win this match if they should win those first 5 to 10 overs. All right. So we are looking forward to this final, which will start tonight, Jamaica time at 8 p.m., 9 p.m. in the Eastern Caribbean, 1 a.m. tomorrow morning in the UK, and 1 p.m. Sunday in New Zealand. That's where the match will play. The match will play at the Hagley Oval in Christchurch. Interestingly, that's where England played their last 2 matches, and they won both of them. The Australian team was in Wellington and have not played at Christchurch since the start of the tournament. Will that be an advantage to the English ladies? We'll just have to wait and see. But I expect that England will put up a good fight, but in the end, Australia will prove too strong for the English women. And just some update and some other matches playing. In the first match of the IPL today between Mumbai Indians and Rajasthan Royal, Rajasthan Royal won comfortably by 23 runs. Jas Butler getting 100 for the Rajasthan Royal there. And our own Shimran Etmire, again, another blistering knock, 35 runs from 14 deliveries. So Shimran Etmire continue to make some quick runs. Now, I think this is now 68 runs from less than 30 deliveries. So he continues to show his word, and the price tag of over $1 million was paid on him. And although you remember last Sunday, Odin Smith won that match for the Punjab King, he was taken apart by Russell yesterday, and the young man would need to work on his bowling. He have all the quality, all the skills of a good athlete. He bowls at 140 plus, but he needs to work on his accuracy. He's not being seen as a fast and foolish. Still a match winner with the bat, still a match winner with the ball, but he needs to be more consistent with his bowling. Also, Australia made 210 in their ODI against Pakistan. The latest score after, I think it was after 21 overs. Yes, after 21 overs, Pakistan were 118 for 1 after 21 overs in replying to Australia 210 all out. They were all out in the 42nd over. Sean Abbott. In fact, Australia were 166 for 9, and Sean Abbott played a blistering counter-attacking game to get them up to 210. He made 49 from 40 deliveries. He took 16 of one of Shaheen Shan Afridi over 16 runs. So Sean Abbott with 49 inspired Australia to recover from 166 for 9 to 210 all out in the 42nd over against Pakistan. And after 21 overs, Pakistan in reply were going good at 118 for 1. Also in the test match between South Africa and Bangladesh, South Africa made 367 in their first innings. They dismissed Bangladesh for 298. So 367 in their first innings. They dismissed Bangladesh for 298. South Africa batting a second time are 6 without loss. Mahmudul Asanjoy. The Bangladeshi opening batsman who made 137 became the first Bangladeshi batsman to make 100 against a South Africa test team. So well done, Hassan Joy, becoming the first Bangladeshi batsman to score 100 in a test match against South Africa. So Pakistan seemed to be on their way to victory. The Rajasthan Royals beat the Mumbai Indians comfortably. So the Rajasthan Royals are now 2 wins from 2 games, while the Mumbai Indians have lost their opening 2 games in the 2022 Tata IPL. So tonight, starting 8 p.m. Jamaica time, 9 p.m. in the Eastern Caribbean, 1 a.m. in England, and 1 p.m. New Zealand time. Tomorrow, England will face the defending champion. England will play Australia in the final, in the 12th edition of the Women's World Cup. In the finals, Australia have won 6 titles so far. England have won 4. The only other team to win this World Cup has been New Zealand, who won it in 2000. New Zealand won in 2000. England 4 times. Australia 6 times. This is the 12th edition. Australia play England in New Zealand starting 1 p.m. New Zealand time on Sunday, 8 p.m. Jamaica time Saturday night, and I'm picking Australia to win. But I'll not be surprised if England get up. But as I said, those first 5 to 10 overs will determine how competitive this match will be. Australia, I am picking.